get it.
Hello. Welcome to today's Tuesday Table Talks. We're in the beautiful space of Love and Life Cuisine, and I am your host as well as founder of the Loose Woman Sanctuary, Mantra Lotus, and our host.
I am Tigra, and I am so excited we are here today with my brother, Frederick Rikkathon James. Rick, bow, bow, bow.
People do that a lot, I guess.
Right, yeah.
I love it.
Right. So we're here. Our topic is I am my brother's keeper. And we're going to let this brother, who is a community activist, a change maker, coordinator of I Am My Brother's Keeper reentry program, and he's like an ambassador of East St. Louis. We are so honored to have him here, as well as St. Louis.
Yes.
Very honored to have him in our presence and in this space. So, before I get all giddy, I'm going to let him, talk.
First and foremost, let me give honors to the ancestors, those who led us to be here today to have fun and chit-chat like we're going to do.
Yes.
You always got to pay respects to those who came before us. And on that note, my name is Frederick Rikkathon James. I'm several other things she named and probably several more. But I'm here to share my life, and it tells with my sister and my good sister Mantra. So.
Yes.
Right.
So I don't know where to start. I mean,
It's
we're going to come back to the music because, that's just, he's been around since the night, even before I can only, but.
Don't date me.
I'll date myself, though.
Yeah, you are.
Right?
You telling everything.
Just telling all the business. But let's start with, you're a mentor right now, and I'm really, really intrigued by this mentor program.
Well, I've been a mentor for quite a while, but to put an official title on it, I work for a reentry organization. We help brothers and sisters coming home from prison get their affairs in order, whatever that may be. Sometimes it's written what we do, but we do everything. So, and I mean everything.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, I just took a brother to get in a halfway house. Not a halfway house, a shelter. He had nowhere to stay for the night. And I spent a few minutes there before I came here. That's why I might be a little late. But just making sure that he was okay getting in this new dwelling. And I made a connection with the brother whose facility it was, because there's several facilities you just have to know about them, and I'm that guy that finds them and lets those who need them know about them.
Mm-hmm.
So how do people find these resources when I can imagine, well, we already know the number of us that are in the system. So how do all of those people get that information?
Well, my organization has really blown up, Our Brother's Keeper, over the last several years because of the work of coordinator Mike Schutte and my coworker, Ernest Rice Bay. Along with myself, we form a tandem or team that tackles just about the needs of everybody who comes to our door. It's rough sometimes because, and I must say this, because mental health is a very big issue in our community, and it needs to be addressed because it's so rampant. And there's various levels of mental illness. You can be slightly mental ill, which I think we all are, dealing with what we have to deal with on all of us are a little crazy, but all the way to a serious case of schizophrenia. So I deal with those people every day because they don't put them in facilities anymore. They let them out on the street or lock them up in jail. So I get a lot of that.
So do you only work with facilities on the east side, or how do people reach you?
The guy, I was over here when I was on the way here.
Wow.
That facility was over here. So Metro East area.
Yes.
I don't like to go out too far, but I'll go to where I'm guided to internally. I'll put it that way.
So how do people find you and My Brother's Keeper? Is there a website or?
No, word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
People on the street, hey, Rikkathon gonna help you do it. Hey, Rick.
Yes.
Everybody got my number, so I'm usually called on off duty, off work hours, in the middle of the night sometimes, and it's just people need help, and I'm one of those people that look to try to help people. I came from people who did that for a living. My aunt, she has a whole community center named after her. This is the woman that raised me, Mary E. Brown Community Center in East St. Louis. It's where Jackie Joyner honed her skills as an athlete, because the center is right across from Jackie's old home. So right across the street, she could look out her door and there's the center.
Oh, wow.
So, and it was a big futuristic building back in that day, put right in the hood. So it was a big thing. Mary Brown Center was a big thing. A lot of star athletes came out of there, and I watched that from the time the doors opened in 1970. I see her.
See, there you go. See, there you go.
1972, I think. And I was about 12 years old when those doors opened. And boy, it was a beautiful thing to see how so many people came through that community center and enhanced their lives.
So that kind of instilled your sense of community. One of them.
One of them. Yeah, one of them. Yeah,
so,
but probably the main one. Yeah.
Okay, so in the system, is there like a mediator between those being released and you, or do they have anything like that?
Well, they have their PO, and their parole officer informs them of several things, but doesn't get really in depth with them about anything. I know this because I was one. And I had a good parole officer. Luckily, she never bothered me because she saw it was about my business. But those who aren't, they may come across a bad parole officer, and I just came across one that'll send them back to jail at the drop of a hat. So you hopefully get a good one who's fair with you, and you hopefully come out and do what you're supposed to do. And like I said earlier, word of mouth, people talk, inmates talk, people getting off talk, man, they'll help you, they won't, so-and-so, you can get this there, you can't get that there, so that's usually how it goes.
Word of mouth is great. It's one of the greatest tools that we have. But being that your work is so important, I feel like there needs to be something even more. Like I wish there was a connection that people could have. Like, hey, you're coming out. I have this person that you should, talk to. Or so we have to think about how this can in the future. Your work is so important.
It is important.
And I need beyond work.
I was just thinking about how much more paperwork I got to do.
Well, you don't get a secretary to do all of that. We're gonna get
I've been
there.
telling them that's what I need.
Yeah.
If I had one, boy.
Okay, you heard that.
I like the aspect. I've worked this way for many, many years of having spirit, guide and lead and bring the people that you need to help.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not just word of mouth, because we know how the universe works and that stuff, that's happening behind the doors. And when those people come and cross paths and need you, they genuinely need you, not only because, of what it is, but it's been spiritually and divinely directed.
Well, you say that, and I just had that same conversation with the gentleman I just left. It's called Stepping into the Light Ministry. It's in St. Louis. And they take brothers who are down on their luck. And me and the gentleman who was there had a long conversation about just what you said. And that's not coincidence, because there's no such thing.
There is not.
So.
There is not. I'm interested too. One of the things that we would like to do, and we've talked about it with other brothers who've been on the show, of having a mentorship or having, just the brothers to come together and to do some of the things that you're doing, or even discuss, or just to have that sort of brother network,
where you can talk about mental health
resources
and all that.
Right. So,
and whatever they want to talk about.
Right. Yeah.
I tell brothers all the time, don't be afraid to talk to the youth. A lot of our brothers my age and younger are afraid to talk to the young guys because of what the media is saying
It's
about
putting out
them.
there. That's right.
Those are your kids. Don't be afraid that they want you to say something to them.
That's
What is the media saying about it?
That they're what Hillary said they are. What did she say? Some predators, super
Lord.
predators.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that kind of thought pattern has permeated so-called society about our youth, and that's not true. They're the best youth on the planet.
That's right.
And we got to start telling them that, teaching them that, showing them that. And to the elder gentlemen out there, don't be afraid to talk to them. Talk to them in a respectful manner and teach them as you're talking to them. Don't just talk at them, talk to them.
That's right.
There's a difference. I talk to them. I don't talk at them.
And they know the difference.
Maybe my son, I talk. That's a different story. You know who he is. But yeah, we have to talk to them and not at them. Get personal with them, and that lets them know that you have their best interests at heart.
Mm.
So.
And people are more receptive, especially the younger generation. It's not like our generation where, just because you're an elder, you're going to respect you. This generation, they're like, no, respect is mutual. So that's so imperative.
I'm going to respect them first. That way they ain't have no choice but to respect.
That's
Right.
right. And I think our generation, this generation is hungry. Some of the things that because of so many different assumptions and, this misconception of what is needed, how it's needed, and what they're going through.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of us having the conversation or feeling as if that we're able to communicate. And a lot of times it's just like you said, as soon as you start talking, these brothers open up, the youth open up, and, and you realize that, well, number one, they feel as if that they have the support that they need. At least that they're able to be heard.
Right.
We cut them off so much, and then we blame social media for raising them. So I applaud, what it is that you're doing and highly respect what it is that you're doing.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to continue to do it. And I encourage all of those who are watching, the millions out there, to do it also, because who wrote that? I believe that children are our future. They are. Don't believe it.
Right.
They are.
That's right.
They are future. So we don't teach them right. I hate to see what's going to happen next.
That's right. That's right.
So you mentioned that you have some personal experience with that, with the system, and with marijuana becoming legal nowadays. I just want to know your thoughts on,
Okay,
and how
that's one of the aspects of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I was incarcerated, 22 years ago now, for marijuana distribution. And I did some things in court that were unheard of at the time, which was representing myself and standing on a sovereign platform, saying that I govern myself, you don't govern me, here's the documentation, let's do business. That's a whole nother story. They don't recognize certain things, especially when they have force of arms. So, long story short, I did 16 years, but I made the best out of those 16 years. I was a teacher. I continued doing my music and promoting in prison. Ask anybody who knew me while I was in there. I did shows in there everywhere I went. And I was the leader of several organizations, the Rosters or the Moors. And I just kept myself busy doing a lot of different things. I got a degree. And I came out and hit the ground running. And I was very prepared because that's what you have to do. You have to rage against the machine.
That's right.
And that's what I did.
That's right.
So got home and got involved in reentry because I didn't want people going through the same things that I did that led me into prison, because it's so easy. And ignorance of the law, they'll tell you, is no excuse. They want you to be ignorant of it. So when I got home, what I went to prison for, now they're doing it and selling it. So long story short, people ask me all the time how that makes me feel, I'm not going to cry about it. It's over and done with. There's nothing I can do about it, but continue trying. Well, not trying, doing me. And I'm doing similar things that I was doing before I left. I haven't really changed that much. I just got better at what I was doing before I left. So I've always been this, and I'll continue to be this.
Yeah, I think the experience is humbling. I mean, especially as we know the climate and we know what happens to our men, our brothers, our sons.
Oh,
you know,
I'm so glad you said
you
that.
know, and it happens in the fact that you can still be, you know, that you can be humble, that you can be loving, that you can give love in such a dire situation. You know, despite whatever, it's still unjust. You know,
prison
and
is what any situation you're in is what you make it.
Mm-hmm.
I made it the best situation possible. I met the most beautiful brothers I ever met in my life in prison. Mm-hmm. Because in there you have to be about your word. Mm-hmm. And we know how that is on the street.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't like that in prison. If you don't do what you say you go do, it's consequences and repercussions.
Right.
So I got used to that. And when I got home, that wasn't the case. Mm-hmm. People say one thing and they tend to do another. So I had to kind of get used to people not being about their word. Mm. And just if I would give advice, if you're gonna do something, do it. If you can't do it, say you can't do it. Communication is everything, you know. And things happened which may make certain situations not happen. Just communicate that, and relationships will prosper because of it.
Such a testament to your character.
Totally.
Mm-hmm. Now, you were recently honored. Tell us about this, sir.
Well, I got a little plaque. It's a nice dish.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really nice. People recognize what you're doing. I don't toot my own horn. I just do what I do. And it's nice to be recognized for what you do. Brother Nick Cannon over in East St. Louis nominated me for the award. Yeah, it was a community service, overcoming life obstacles type award. And it was, I've been told, well deserved.
Oh, definitely well
deserved. Yes.
Yeah, and I nominated the award to the matriarchs of my family, who I'm so proud of. My mother, Vivian Kennedy, my aunt, Mary E. Brown, who the center was named after, and my other aunt, Eldora Lovack, and she's 93 years old. She was there. She's the first woman principal of a grade school, the first Black woman principal of a high school in East St. Louis. So those honors are very...
That's women's history.
Yeah. So they taught us, my mother, and they taught us, because we couldn't say certain things around. You know, an educator, you know, you can't say certain stuff in their household. Boy, that ain't how they say it. You better say it right. So those things carried me to prison, because in there I was teaching grammar classes and all kinds of
Teach.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I love it.
you just have to make lemonades out of lemon, to put it simply.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
I think a lot of our youth are missing the accountability aspect and seizing the moment. I don't know. How do we reach?
Talk to them, find out what they want to do. Let them know that you have experience in life just by the fact I'm older, which makes me have more experience than you. So kind of listen to the elders if they're worth listening to, because we got some Cardi B's and Futures out here that are spreading not positive messages to our youth. You can't listen to them. Listen to those who are in your, hemisphere and have your best interests at heart. Because Polly and Merker said, and I don't cook, I don't clean, ain't in your best interest. So, and those are the most popular artists, by the way, nowadays. Isn't that a coincidence? So, yeah, just continue to spread positivity, and that's what you're gonna get, because you only get what you give. It's that simple. You only get what you give. So I do my best to try to give good, and I get it back in several ways.
Yes, you do.
That's right.
I ain't gonna say some of them other ways, but that's a whole nother story there too.
Well, all I know is that we are blessed.
Yeah.
You know, we're blessed to have you. We're blessed to be in your company, and just all the contact that I've had with you over the many years. And
Me and
even
your husband, and he's been a man, we've been friends forever. And when y'all hooked up, I remember when y'all, it's been a while, y'all been hanging tough.
You talking about Bobby Kelly, y'all.
yeah, it's been a nice little while.
Brother Kelly. I mean, and relationships go through their trials and
have our
tribulations, but they still remain. And you all are such a testament to love in our community.
Black love activist.
Yes.
And I thank you for, bringing it back to me. I'm not going to bring up the incident, but this brother, I know. All I can say is that this is a real, genuine, spiritual, divine person here. And I'm so grateful for you and humbled by you.
Thank you.
Very humbled.
Let's talk about some music.
What,
Music.
the music? Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna let you talk in a minute, but let me first just say, my brother performed. Was it the American? Oh no, it was the African Arts Festival, wasn't it? He was like, "Sis, can you take this video of us performing?" Honey, I heard that. Dun, 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 that beat drop, and I was like, trying to.
She forgot about taking the picture. She just, I'm supposed to be taking a picture. And look, the film she taking was just bouncing, like she was bouncing the whole time. That's how you just had the shock thing on there, You did. It didn't work.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm just kidding.
But no, my point is the band is so good. It's so good. They do original, they do covers, and it is a party. They're a one show party.
Yeah.
Tell us about this.
Well,
music.
Julian Ross Khalid Thompson, better known as iFire, and Bongani the Voice, Akanka, Empress Akanka, Bo Rasta, Mike Checker. These are some of the people I worked with before I left, because we had a budding record label before I left, Skunk Pit Records. And we were about to sign a deal before I got incarcerated. We were that close. Anybody who knows me knows that. So when I returned home, we got back to, I don't know why they waited 16 years to start back doing music, but when I came home, it was my business to put us back together, and I've done so. We've been putting out some really good music. People love it, and we should be worldwide here pretty soon.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, what is the name of the group?
Well, it's Rikkathon Productions
That's right.
featuring. So it's more like, the gentlemen and women I just named, they be under the Rikkathon Production banner featuring so and so and so and so and so. You never know who you're gonna see
I see.
on stage with me. So
Each artist is amazing. Each one of them.
all of us are
Amazing,
different
yes.
and varied, and everybody has their own style. So, like you say, we do originals and covers, but mostly originals, and we've been pretty successful with it. I hope to be even more successful in the near future.
How do we find out where you're playing next? Because I'm trying to dance.
We have a website, Rikkathon Productions on Facebook. And we usually put where we're gonna. I'm not too good with that stuff. I need somebody to come help me keep all that together.
2 jobs, secretary and social media.
There you
go.
Social media secretary. How about that?
Yeah.
Because we like we had a gig the other night, and people always say, "Why you ain't tell me? Why you ain't tell me?"
Last minute? I didn't know anything about that.
I'm kind of bad
trying to
at
share
that.
your
I must
information
admit,
now as we speak.
I am.
On your
So
page.
I'll be sure to link up with somebody here soon. Once again, with the millions watching, somebody will come help me keep that stuff together.
Yes.
Because that's all I need, really. And boy, this thing will take off.
It's
It is taken out.
Yeah.
Well, it already has. So
Yeah.
think how it would be if I had that.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Mhm.
Yes. Oh, I love to see it.
You seeing Kosi all over here, don't you?
I do.
I know you.
And Kosi is my son. So
Yes, yes.
he
My
looks just like
nephew.
his uncle. Yes.
And my name is in Kosi too, by the way.
See
Oh,
there?
awesome.
Look at there.
I think too, I've always, and how I've known you and come in contact with your music and the entertainment and the work that you do through music, the entertainment that you provide is because it's always positive. It's always a lively family atmosphere. It's something that all of us can be a part of, and just something so needed for the community. And it brings us together.
I'm glad you ended on that because I was thinking the other day how somebody asked me, said, man, you need security? And I was like, security? And I said, man, I ain't never needed security at nothing I've ever done. And there's never been an incident of violence. I mean, everybody's there to have fun, and the energy, I think, kind of shields us away from those type of things because there's never been an incident at anything I've ever done. So I was like, when he said security, it was kind of foreign to me, like, no, bro, thanks, but no thanks. We don't need security.
Can you tell us about like some of the other, like the things that you have done? What in regards to the artists and musicians and artists that you've connected here through with St. Louis? And-
Well, my brother, for one, somebody, personal other, but he has gone on to tour the world with Nelly, our local music celebrity. And he did that coming out of Rikkathon Productions. He honed his skills there to be able to convince Nelly to, man, I'm your DJ forever.
Come on now.
And he has been since Nelly popped off, 25 years ago now? And my brother has been Nelly's DJ so that's probably our biggest success story is him.
And that's
whether he knows it or not. And the fact that he made my nephew by this beautiful princess over here.
And we're speaking of DJ Trife Trizzle.
Yeah, he got about 15 different
I know, I was like,
What is he this
DJ Shy Trife it was at first, remember that?
So whatever name you catch him by, he's probably our biggest success story because those skills came directly out of my basement and his room.
Yep.
And I like to think I was a big part of that.
He was.
You were.
He was. Yes,
and
he is.
There's been other things, but that's probably what sticks out most in my mind right now.
Beautiful story.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
And the fact that he made my nephew.
Again.
I love it.
Who does?
Yeah. So, that would probably be it. Like, there's bigger things to come, though. I've been doing a lot of traveling lately, and I see us doing a lot of traveling here soon. We're going to be on a local Midwest tour here coming up here in the summer. So
beautiful.
Look out for that.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
I am. I was just thinking, I've been thinking actually for a while that we need remember back at the dance hall days, the Soca Fest we would have sometimes. I feel like we need a big reggae festival.
I'm a part of a couple of festivals. We have a Candy Fest in East St. Louis and a Jerk Fest.
Okay, say it again.
We had it. It'll be the third annual Jerk Fest, and I'm a part of, and the Candy Fest, which I'm also a part of. It'll be the third annual for both of those festivals held in East St. Louis. And we've had Anthony. Who did we have at the last one? Yellow Man, Michael Rose, and at the first one we had Kamani Marley.
Okay.
And we have a lot of international artists that are coming through St. Louis, East St. Louis, and they're touching bases with us. So Rikkathon Productions and several other groups over there, but I got my foot in there too.
So that'll be in the summer?
Yes.
All right.
Both
So
of these are in the summer. These things are coming up. We gonna keep the home fire's burning. The world is not ending. Actually, the world is just beginning.
That's right.
So
Yes.
keep that in mind. So
That's
we're
right.
gonna keep on pushing forward, doing whatever raises your vibration, and you're gonna be on the right side of right when it all goes down.
I love it. The right side of right.
So we have to get you on social media because I haven't heard of these. So I need to get these fests. We need these. We need everybody to get the ticket to these
It's
festivals.
a lot going on. It's a lot
Yes,
going
great
on.
things.
You people have to remind me because I'll be forgetting stuff. Who got the ginkgo biloba in here? So
We'll find it.
you have to ask me.
We'll get it for
And
you.
those who know me, they're like, yeah, show me be forgetting.
Right.
That's all right. I remember some things.
Okay.
I'm glad you do. You remember a lot. You remember a lot.
Some things. Man. I'm kind of bad with the memory.
Now, are you still, because I know you go to Viva sometimes, so you do Viva all the time.
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe.
Reggae night is tomorrow night at Viva, y'all.
And Friday night.
Oh, and Friday night.
Mhm.
Okay, so one of those nights, we do our open mic night.
And
on
also
Friday,
my
so-
brother has a Reggae Friday night out at
Africa Palace.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'd be amiss to not say that about Rain Overall's Reggae night out there.
Okay, beautiful.
African Palace in North County. Yes.
South of West Warson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Some jollof rice. Yes.
Oh, the food is.
I know it is. It's great. It's good food.
Plantains.
They do have vegan options, you
Ooh,
guys.
the
So
food is good.
it's delicious.
Okay, we're getting hungry
Mhm.
right now.
Yeah, well, yes, I know all of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what
That
else
was-
is next? Anything else that's going on with Rikkathon?
Let me see. I'm sure there is, and I'm gonna say, man, I forgot to say that.
Right.
Really, I'm just concentrating on, this because I come across it every day with the people in the street. I'm kind of like the closest person to the street in the city. I don't see nobody out doing what I do, which is riding around talking to homeless people and making sure they got a place to go and things of that nature. So it ain't too many people doing that, if any at all, in my cities. I don't know about over here, but those are some of the things I'm doing on a daily basis, which leads to me meeting a lot of good natured people. You'd be surprised at some of the beautiful people you meet out here when you're doing the work that you're supposed to be doing, because our mission is SEVA. If anybody knows what that is, SEVA, it means selfless service. And that's what we're supposed to do to each other, each one to the next one. And think what it would be if life was like that we all served each other without even wanting anything, just do it. It'd be a whole different world. So I can live my life like that and do my best to make my surroundings like that. I can't speak for the next person.
Such a blessing for the community. And if for all of our out-of-town watchers, people who are not familiar with St. Louis, the East St. Louis is so just across the river, across Mississippi, and in Illinois.
Right.
We're cousins. Yeah, we're like cousins. So it's
Yeah.
right there, but it's one of the neglected areas.
Strong history,
Yes.
strong base, African American history,
Yes.
prominence area, once prominent area. But we know, beyond the politics and the things that have happened within our communities.
It's a phoenix.
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
going to rise
it
from the
is.
ashes.
Yeah.
It is. That's right.
East
That's
St.
right.
Louis.
Yes,
That's
and this
right.
brother is like, he's a force within that. So to have him doing what he's doing over there, it's so needed, and it's a blessing. I can't describe it any other way.
Right, and I also would like to add, if anyone has any resources or would like to help and connect with this brother, please do.
Yes.
Leave us a message
I'm
or
glad
whatever
you
on this
said
video or contact him. Whatever
and Our
resources.
Brother's
Yes.
Keeper. We accept donations, hygiene,
Beautiful.
clothing,
Thank you.
good clothing, clean clothing. I can't clean it,
Okay.
but good clothing, hygiene items for men and women, and even some children's clothing, because a lot of our clients have children that they need to clothe.
Thank you.
So we do take those.
And that's Our Brother's Keeper.
Of Southern Illinois. It's online.org, ourbrotherskeeper.org.
All right. ourbrotherskeeper.org. We'll put that in the
It'll be of Southern
description
Illinois.
of Southern
Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah.
Put that in the description of the video if it is not right now.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Thank you.
And then is there any other way they can reach you for?
For the music aspect,
Yes.
online, my website. A lot of people contact me through my personal website. I got quite a few followers. Frederick Rikkathon James on Facebook.
Okay.
I'm on there all the time, so that's usually my social media stuff. I don't do all the Twitters and
we'll get you set up.
Let's simplify.
Instagram.
Right,
We'll get you there.
That's too much for me.
Yes, it's too much
Just
for
one.
all of us. Seriously.
Just
It's-
one.
it's
And Facebook,
overpowering.
okay, and I'm not good with that one. So, because if I did, I'd be posting all the stuff I do, and that's why I'm putting it out there. I need help with all of that kind of stuff.
Get this
So
brother
we're
some help.
gonna
yeah.
manifest that.
Yes.
Assistants,
Mhm.
secretary, social media experts,
That's right,
Yes.
that's right.
strategists. So let's do
Oh, I
that.
cannot wait. I cannot wait. It's long overdue. It's
Well, we got a long history ourselves,
Yeah.
and it's a beautiful history. Beautiful things came out of our time together with your child and me meeting some of your friends.
Yep.
She was everybody got a key.
Gosh.
That's all
Too
I'm
bad.
saying. Everybody got a key. I have it.
oh Lord, I love it.
Because of my sister. We talked recently too.
Did you?
Yeah,
I
she's
love
doing-
it.
She's doing well. so.
Good. Good. I love it. Look here,
She
all of
was
this
like-
at the table.
She was
I'm gonna
like,
put Jesus so hard.
Can I tell you what she said?
Woo! That's what she say, Rick.
She said, ooh, Rick, I'm looking at you online. That ain't you. She
Mhm.
say, ooh, you look so good. I said, Keisha, you better go.
I love it. I love it.
We laughed and had fun. We
Oh,
reminisced.
awesome.
She was beautiful.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I am so happy to have you here, brother.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be anywhere because I know a lot of people who aren't.
That's
So,
right.
I mean, coming from East St. Louis, boy, I've been in so many funerals since I've been home and a lot before I left.
Teach.
So, I'm just blessed to
Totally.
even still be here after 63 years. I'll be 63 in April.
Can you
Listen.
believe it? Look how handsome my brother is. Yeah. You know, you look amazing.
63,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, black don't crack. It's true. Melanated, you know what I mean? So, hey. It
I'm
is what
feeling
it
so
is.
bubbly right now. What's in my cup? You gotta be careful.
Yeah, melanated. And we all look at your husband. He looks, if it wasn't for this great man Kelly can step out there, boy, with your
still
sons and still be
Still
doing.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I ain't the only one.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I
So
love to see it. I love it.
Yes.
I just want to thank you all for this platform where St. Louis people can come and express what they're doing and what they got going on in their lives and hope just enhance the community.
Yes.
That's all it's doing is making St. Louis a beautiful place to be. So I'm glad to be a part of this.
Thank you. And I know we don't talk about it, but that really is the premise of this show.
Mhm,
We came together, Leah, the owner of Love and Light Cuisine,
mhm.
Mantra, and myself, and we just know that there's all these things happening in the city, St. Louis, East St. Louis, and people don't know, what they are, where to find these resources. So we just wanted to be able to provide the people with.
Well, for instance, I had never been here. I mean, I got a new spot to go eat now and give me a, what was this again?
With Paradise.
No, this was a Third Eye.
Oh, the Third Eye.
Yeah, because mine needs opening some more.
Nice.
So I'm glad I know about this particular spot now. So you can catch me at Love and Light.
You heard it.
Getting a smoothie.
I
Right.
loved it.
Mhm.
Oh.
All right.
This has been an amazing Tuesday Table Talks. I am so. I'm just giddy, like you
I
said.
know,
We're
just totally giddy.
yeah.
They say I have that effect.
You
on me.
well, we knew that, so we tried to prepare ourselves. The previous
Kelly,
weeks.
hey, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he
we-
knew. He
We
knew.
cool, man. Yeah.
He already knew.
Okay. All right.
That's all right. He was like, "You want me to come?" No, I'm good. I'm real good right now.
All right.
Woo. Okay, so I'm lost my train of thought right now.
So,
Oh my
so
God.
that concludes our Tuesday Table Talk.
Announcements, though.
Yes, mind you, first of all, that this is Women's History Month.
Yes, it is.
If you don't know, if you've noticed in all the shows that you've watched of ours, I know you've seen every episode, I'm always wearing statement t-shirts. So that's why I'm always casual. So today is I Can and I Will. So this is dedicated to everyone, the women, the boys, the men, just do you.
Yes,
Do
all
you.
day, every day,
Yes. Yes.
forever.
You know what I
Yes.
tell people a lot, and I'm gonna end with this. They always say I'm gonna try, and I stop them. I say no,
You are.
just do it.
That's right.
Ain't no trying. Trying mean you lying for real.
That's right.
Because I've been through drug addiction back in the 80s.
Mm.
And I know a lot of my friends that stayed on it because they kept trying to get off drugs.
Mm.
I only got off drugs when I just got off drugs.
Mm.
So it's things you just have to do. Ain't no trying
Right.
involved. Just do it.
That's right.
I feel like that needs to be a talk in itself. Addiction. That needs to be a.
We
we'll have you back.
have not had that discussion
come
yet
back
on
with
this
that one.
platform.
We're gonna
That
do.
would be
Yes, that would be a.
I know about that too.
Yes. That's. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Yes.
Mm,
I've been through a few things, but I'm still here.
that's right.
So that's what matters.
That's right. So in closing, tomorrow we have a healing energy workshop from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. with the brother that we were speaking of. With Kelly Wembley, if you can see that, with Kelly Healing Energy workshop tomorrow from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. here in this space at Love and Light Cuisine. I'll add a flyer to that as well, or you can, of course, go to our Facebook page, Love and Light Cuisine, and get the information on that. And also this weekend, Friday, we have open mic night, which every Friday, open mic night from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Again, this is Women's History Month, so we'll be, adding a little extra flair for the women, for the sisters, for the mothers, for the grandmothers, for the great mamas, aunties, daughters. So that's Friday. And also Saturday, we have our Brunch and Biz networking event. So that is this Saturday from 2 p.m. So if you can come to that, what it is, it's an event for entrepreneurs and entrepreneur seekers, and we give out business advice and
Free advice.
free advice. Yeah, the next workshops will be paid. So this is a free networking event. So get in while you can right now, and be a part of it.
And we're having special treats.
We're having yes, THC mimosa. So. Yeah, so it should be very, very nice, very nice. So if you want to come and be around in the midst of some great movers and shakers within St. Louis, and if you have a business that you want to talk about or some upcoming goals, just to be in the midst of greatness is always good,
And just to repeat, Mantra is CEO, founder of the Loose Woman Sanctuary. You can see just a few of her amazing things behind us, books, journals, shirts. I mean, this woman is doing it. She also has a podcast, Hello Goddess, and
Hello Goddesses, daily affirmations and spiritual podcasts. So we do a lot. We're not just me, but we're in a wonderful platform where we make sure that we're balanced. So,
so just letting you know that we're business owners too. I am
owners.
CEO, founder of Tiggy'd Productions, as well as a nonprofit, Kids of Cain. So, so we are sharing and helping other people get off the ground. So again, this is our second free workshop. So get it while it's free, and then we'll be having those workshops
That's
in
right.
the future.
Right. And also, I mean, a congratulatory to this show, Tuesday Table Talks. This is our 15th episode. And man, y'all,
Wow.
we have been doing it. We've had some phenomenal guests. And, you know, we're blessed. We're blessed. I can't even say anything else about it. So, yeah.
Coming up in March as well. So again, open mic is every Friday. It's every Friday. And then the last Saturday of this month, the 25th of March, we're going to do another Indian night. So just look out for the flyer for that. Dosas, we say idli. Just watch out.
Taste of
Things are
India.
coming, yes. So that's another. And then the last Sunday of this month, you know, Tiggy Pink does her self-care Sundays. So we're going to have a self-care Sunday party for the women. We'll do another one for the men, but this one is just for the women. So it's a self-care party. So just stay tuned for more information on that as well.
Right. And also, this might be something, we have our continuation of our healing Black male and female relationships. So look out for that too. It'll be broadcast.
That's been sought after. They're like, when is the next one?
Yeah, when is the next one? Right. So we have that coming up as well. So in closing, please support this brother with resources. Any sort of help, look him up on Our Brother's Keeper, Southern Illinois, right?
Right. Our Brother's Keeper of Southern Illinois.
Illinois.
Frederick Rikkathon Productions. Frederick Rikkathon James on Facebook.
On Facebook, right, and Rikkathon Productions. Right, and support, as always, Love and Light Cuisine. Go on to our Facebook page, on Instagram, like, follow, YouTube this channel, please. We need subscribers. So like, follow, subscribe. The more that you subscribe and like and share our videos, the more exposure we get and the more we are able to help, you know. So keep that circle going of giving, you know, more fluid, you know. Let's keep it together. So thank you guys, as always, you know, for being a part of this journey. Yeah.
Love and lights.
Love and lights. Yes.
Love and lights.
Yes.